We are live. Steve-O,
Outer Haven.
assemble! Dun, 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 dun.
What's that
Welcome.
noise?
That was me. Anyway,
Jesus
welcome
Christ.
everybody. Our Haven here. Our Haven here, everyone. We're back
We're
to
back
review,
to
to discuss
to discuss
chapter 8, 7, 8.
Milo,
your
you're echoing.
Okay, yeah, we're back to
I,
discuss chapter 8, 7, 8 of One Piece. I don't know how everyone else feels, except for actually, I know how Milo feels as well. But oh yeah, actually, first, how rude of me. We've got a special guest today. We've got Milo in the building. He's dealing with some technical difficulties right now. He'll be back in a minute. But yeah, we've got a special guest, Milo, the chef. He's in the
What up?
building. Yes, up, Milo. And we've got the Outhaven group. We're all here, gang. Most of us are a bit busy today, but we came through everyone, our fans, man. We got to record this chapter. This chapter to me was Enfuego. Enfuego. Fuego. So we got Steve-O. What up, Steve-O? Just say hello, Steve-O. I know you're a bit busy, man.
he's already gone again. He's coming back in a minute.
All right. We got Moraz. The boy Moraz, the Brook, out here.
What up? What up?
And we got Devil Leg. So,
Hi.
this guy is fucking nonchalant.
Oh, such an enthusiastic guy you are, Devil. Hi.
I know. Look at the enthusiasm out there. Okay. But anyway, guys, let's just get in with this chapter. Like, what are you guys thinking?
Milo, we do you the honor to start.
Oh, me? All right. Okay, well, I thought it was an amazing chapter. It set off, it kick-started some greatness, and also shout outs to Pedro for blowing off Perospero's arm. I mean, shout outs to Pedro for being dead, hopefully. We hope he's dead. I don't want him coming back to life. Shout outs to Oda for canceling friendship power up when Carrot got stepped on, because apparently not everybody has their time to shine, because she didn't. What else?
Yeah, man. I have to agree as well, man. Like, but the funny thing is, I still feel like Pedro's alive. I don't know why. I just feel like he just doesn't kill people. Like,
Nah.
no, you know
He's
why?
gotta be dead.
It's because of Pell. Ever since Pell, I just can never trust. Like, okay, Ace was the last. Like, until I see them like with their guts, like they just die right in front of us in a panel. There's no way I can like full on 100% believe they're dead because of Pell. That was too much.
I feel like Oda has to make up for Pell, though. Like,
No,
this
Yeah,
is.
I don't really
I don't want
care.
to have a. I don't want to have a Pell 2.0 right now. No.
No, I
I
don't,
feel like.
but it might happen. I just feel like it's gonna happen. To be honest,
Okay.
I didn't even realize that Pell was still alive until someone pointed it out,
yeah,
because
it was
it was in the cover story, and
yeah.
then when we went back, we saw it
Like that guy
in the
survived.
chapter.
It was insane. The guy survived a fucking nuke. Like I don't understand that shit. Like,
Yeah, well.
all right. But anyway, guys, let's just get into the chapter. I'm on page 5 right now. Would you guys want to look at the kind of the first bit? Do you see any foreshadowing with Luffy eating mochi, getting chased by the Zoro and Usopp?
So I don't hear you very good because there's a lot of background noise. Or is it
Oh, okay.
Milo?
Is it me?
I
Wait,
Is
think
it
it.
my
let me
noise?
see.
Yeah, I think it is you, Milo.
All right. I'll mute.
All right. Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, that's way better.
Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, Milo, just pop in when you want to talk and stuff. So just unmute yourself and everything. But yeah. So I was thinking, like, obviously, page one is just we don't have the cover story, but we do have this color panel of Luffy like on a rabbit eating mochi getting chased by Zoro and Usopp. So do we see this as a foreshadowing? What do you think, guys?
Well, foreshadowing in a way that the Katurkari fight with against Luffy
Yeah,
could be, but to be honest, I think it would be like another ass pull if he would defeat Katakuri.
yeah, that's what. But what if he pulled out some like Gear 5 shit? Like just I don't know.
Um, I still don't think he's like a matchup for first commander.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like he struggled too much with Cracker. That's the way.
Yeah,
I mean, me personally, I really don't care about power scaling that much. So if he beat Katakuri, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But I can see where you guys are coming from.
Yeah.
like it is maybe a good, like we know that Big Mom is just a league on itself. Like that's not even possible for him right now.
Yeah.
First commander is also not in my eyes right now not possible to defeat.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like, it's because sometimes it's like I don't know. Because maybe some of the commanders have better abilities. And for example, I don't know if Cracker's Haki is on the same level as Katakuri, but Katakuri's just got better, just all around everything. You know what I mean? As in,
Mm-hmm.
because obviously, Cracker specializes in Haki, so yeah, I'm in Haki, so that's the thing. It's so hard to tell these
I mean,
commanders.
I honestly don't think, I don't think Katakuri is too much stronger than Cracker.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like a league above Cracker in any way. I think they're on the same level.
Oh, you think so? Okay. And I definitely, I don't know.
See, I
Nah,
disagree.
yeah,
I think,
I think Katakuri is way above Cracker.
yeah.
I would
I
say
I was
I'm
good.
middle.
Go, Nikki.
Oh, sorry, yeah. I'm middle. I'm like, I don't think he's way above, but he's definitely above. That's for sure. Like, or at least
I mean,
one
yeah,
tier
he's
above.
definitely strong, but I don't think there's like he's like leagues above Cracker, where he's like just on a totally different level than Cracker.
Yeah, I can agree to that. What about you, Marlon? Sorry for interrupting.
See, I think that there's almost no one in Big Mom crew that could take Katakuri in a one-on-one fight. Like I think Katakuri is next to Big Mom the end all be all in like fighting. I think they all respect. Well, I mean, respect as much as you would respect your brother and sisters. So I mean, especially I think Perospero knows that Katakuri is stronger, but he's still his little brother. And Perospero whole personality. I mean, so the disrespect we saw was, but we clearly saw Katakuri giving orders to Perospero. Like he's used to taking charge of everything. I think that alone shows that he's at least above them. Like clearly, there's no question that in a fight, none of them would want to fight him.
Yeah, that's true. The nigga could see into the future. Like that.
Yeah, but I think Luffy will find something on that can help him out to like negate that seeing in the future stuff.
Yeah.
I would
Actually, that saying the future
rather.
stuff doesn't seem that.
No, but I mean, like, because from what like the one thing that when Capone made that kind of little speech, which was true, they can't change the future. But I feel like now, like, obviously we're skipping ahead a bit, but we all know they're gonna look into one-on-one between Luffy and Katakuri. I feel like that's when his ability shines the most because it's like There's no nothing else interfering in that fight.
Sorry, I didn't pay attention because I saw Devil just drop out.
Oh, okay, I think it's like bad internet. We'll jump back in, I think, in a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just basically saying because I think his Katakuri's ability of seeing into the future works best when he's fighting someone one on one. So that's why I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, but I think there's like still a lot of stuff going on because wasn't it not that, for example, Daifuku was as well in the mirror world?
True, but I feel like no one's gonna interrupt him. Like I thought Daifuku was after the Vince Smokes though. Like they had their own little team for the Vince Smokes, but maybe I'm wrong about that.
Yeah, because I was like I could see it more than, for example, that he fighting Daifuku first, and that still Katakuri's like on the fence looking what's going on.
Yeah, yeah.
What I'm just curious about what they're gonna do because how Oda's gonna play this out because we have to think about all the Straw Hats are gone now with the Coupe de Burst. They're like
Mm-hmm.
gonna be somewhere in the middle of the sea. We got Sanji that's in on the way to Chocolate Town baking that fucking cake.
Oh, I hate that spot.
We got, and I honestly wasn't hoping that's gonna happen, but I think it's gonna happen. The cake, and I think it's such a bullshit. But besides that, I think we're gonna see a little bit like what we saw in the Cracker fight. We're gonna see in beginning of that. Then we're gonna skip to Sanji, or we're gonna skip to the Fin Smokes or something like that. Because I think eventually Luffy will team up with the Fin Smokes or something like that.
Yeah, that I can believe, but it's just I just don't want them to. They have to show the whole category versus Luffy fight. That's the one thing.
I
It's
don't
like,
think they're gonna do that. I think it's gonna be really similar to that. They're gonna fight for hours and hours in the mirror world, and there's some shit that Luffy's running around with Brule some way on his back.
uh, I hope they do. But, but yeah, let's just like jump into the chapter quickly. Like, what do you guys think of the scene? Like, I didn't expect to do a Pedro flashback, to be honest. But what do you guys think about the Pedro
Well,
flashback?
I think with that as with the Pedro flashback is more for showing us. But what I like is that we actually saw something about his past that we already knew that Pedro had a connection with Perospero.
Yeah,
And also it was nice to see finally, like since a long time, we saw a little bit of Roger as well.
yeah, exactly. Because I just realized this was like Inception shit. Like, it's a flashback within a flashback. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it
And
was
it's
nice seeing Roger.
yeah, that's true. And it's cool. Like every time I see Roger, we're like getting closer to finding out like this Willow D shit. Like right now, so I don't know. It's nice to see that every time Roger talks to someone, is that it has an impact on their life or something. It's crazy.
yeah, and I think that Oda used Roger as well to show the comparisons with Luffy and Roger. Like he
Yeah,
wants to be on the crew with Roger, and then he's now on the crew, for example, with kind of with the Luffy,
yeah,
and what he said in the previous chapter that the Straw Hats will be the future for the new era that's coming, and they will help out the Minks and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I think that Pedro sees in Luffy like really the new Pirate King, and he compares him with Roger in that way. So that's why we see Roger in that way in a flashback as well.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that makes sense. It seems like every person that's met Luffy and that's met Roger, they all make that connection straight away. You know?
Yeah, Nikki, you have to be a little bit close to your mic because you're a little bit more far away.
Okay, sorry. I'll talk a bit louder as well. But yeah, let's go to the next page. Okay, we're on the page. It's got the flashback. And like, okay, how this explosion was just crazy. I don't know. I still think Pedro survived this shit, even though it looks massive. But I just
Yeah.
Stop it, Nikki. Stop it.
I know it sounds crazy. I'm being serious. It's just like I just, I don't know, man, because I just want to,
Nikki.
okay, even though it sounds graphic, but because the last time we saw something proper graphic was when Jack tortured uh, Nekomamushi and Inuarashi, and like I wanted to see like Pedro just like not in a like gruesome way, but I should at least want to see him like he's dead, you know what I mean? Like see a panel, you see the body dead or something like that. But now they've kept it all up in the air, so it's hard to tell. That's what I'm saying. Like he shouldn't survive this, but at the same time, you never know about it, man. You never know.
Nikki, you've been trying to kill people this whole arc.
It's only two.
You
Oh my god.
you've been trying to kill everybody this
Oh
whole
man.
arc,
That's
and
true. That's true.
someone finally dies, and now you don't want to believe it.
Yeah,
No,
He
but
Nikki.
had dynamite strapped around him.
No, well, it's not what's strapped around him. What's strapped around his jacket. That's something that people forget. It was not strapped around his body. It was strapped around his jacket. So with that saying, people saying, well, yeah, maybe he's not dead. He just threw the jacket over Perospero and he jumped away or something like that. But I'm not seeing that happen because that would look like being another ass pool Oda would give us.
this arc's been a lot of ass pulls, to be
Yeah,
fair.
true. That's true. But uh, I think this is just in the benefit for Carrot to be definitely one of the nakamas on the crew right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, I agree with that. Because I thought, how do you guys feel about that? Because I always thought the minute she like,
It's
left,
confirmed now. It's
yeah,
confirmed for me.
Yeah, it's confirmed because what we saw the flash. Well, we see that later on in the chapter that he's like telling Carrot, "No, you're not ready" and stuff like that, and then he give the gloves and
yeah,
stuff like that
exactly.
because I think she want to be a swords fighter like what's the dog's name? I forget it about the chick.
Inuarashi.
No, the chick.
Oh,
Wanda.
Come on.
Wanda, yeah, that's it.
But that's why he gave her like the gloves that she can fight with that.
Yeah, that's true. And it's like, because yeah, I was gonna mention because like it's like now like in page 8, I'm like, I didn't realize how much danger Brook and Chopper are in. Like they were literally gonna get drowned by Kanji. Like it looks fucking gruesome.
You didn't know that?
No, as in, I thought they would be okay. Like I knew they were dying like slowly, but like now when you look at the panel, it looks really like disgusting. If you know what I mean. Like before, it was just like they were coated in it, but now it's just like because we find out Perospero survived, but he's like gravely injured. Like
Yeah, and saying that as well about Pedro. If you see like the explosion, how big it was, and what it did to Perospero, and it even knocks over Big Mom, and what they did to the ship and stuff like that. I think it would be
yeah,
impossible for Pedro to survive that. I think there will be a little piece of him surviving, like his tail or something like that, but not more.
He's totally incinerated. He's finished.
Yes.
hey, until I see some burnt fur, I don't know. I don't know.
He doesn't exist anymore.
Milo, you changed your mic or something? You're so better now?
Yeah,
No, not Milo.
hello.
Okay.
All right, we'll get, yeah. So yeah, he'll come back. But yeah, but that's the thing though. Like now, this I have to admit, at least this gave a legitimate reason for the Straw Hats being able to escape. Like I can believe because of the explosion was so big, it distracted everybody, type of thing.
Hmm.
Because if it was anything else, that would have been like too much of an article.
Hello?
Like
Yeah, we hear you.
yeah, we hear you.
And he left. Okay.
Uh,
Well,
well, yeah,
yeah, keep on going.
yeah. Let's keep on going. Let's push on. So yeah, like Okay, when you first saw Perospero, like you know, for a minute I thought he might have been dead. Like I did think for a second, like, maybe, but at the same time, I was like, nah, there's no one who's like, because okay, even though this is kind of it's a toxic debate usually, but what do you rate Perospero as? Like on like, commander level, just below?
I think it's really, really close to commander level.
Yeah. Because I don't know. I feel like he is commander level. Like I don't think Cracker. I think him and Cracker would have a good fight. Basically,
Yeah. Well, like I had some arguments like in Discord with people about this as well. Like people were saying, yeah, but look, for example, at Smoothie, Perospell looked way stronger than Smoothie, but it's just more a thing that we're gonna see later on. Oda is like still uh, keeps it from us and wants to use Smoothie later on in the story. And I think it's we discussed this last stream as well with Chris, and I think Chris had some points to say it's stupid because we want to see just everything straight away. But
yeah.
in the way of storytelling, I understand what Oda's trying to do.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from, man. But it's just like, but she just seems so incompetent, though. It's just ridiculous how incompetent she is. Like,
Yeah, but I think that's the whole way. What like the whole arc is all about. It's about uh, betraying each other, lying to each other, and stuff like that. And I think Oda is doing that in some way to us as the readers as well. Like what I said like already a couple of times. Uh, he makes it not only in the story but also as us readers. He wants to bring us on a wrong note to see like, okay, this is going on. Well, it's like the opposite, and that's what he's doing with Smoothie, for example, as well. He gives us the feeling that Smoothie is just a stupid person and don't know what she's doing when she got trapped out of the treasure room, for example, or stuff like that, uh, and being stupid when things happen and it's being kept in the background. But that's just the way for Oda to let us think that Smoothie is not really a strong person. But when we see her next time fighting, we're gonna be like, "Oh wow, look at Smoothie, wow, wow, wow," and we never thought about that.
yeah. Oh, no, I get what you mean. So, all just trying to like lull us into like things, yeah, just make us underestimate Smoothie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see that's a fair point, but still, it's just I don't know. It's too much, man. There's too much in this. Like at least if she did, actually, okay, I give her the range you did. That was kind of alright. It's hard. It's hard. Trying to justify this movie's actions is very fucking hard. I'm trying
yeah.
to argue for it in my head, but I'm like,
And I already told like you and other people as well. Like, if you read the arc like once or twice, it is not a bad arc at all. It is just telling the story in a way and making us go to the next stage, because this was really just for the first time we see Yonko, and it showed us that the Strawhats are far, far away from even be capable of defeating Yonko.
yeah, that's true. But it's just I don't know, man. This okay. I don't want to keep shit on the arc because I feel like the next few chapters coming because it's like I don't know about you, but I assume it's going to be wrapping up fairly soon now with everything that's happening. I think these next few chapters will decide for me if it is the worst arc in One Piece or not. Like I know it sounds horrible, but it's just like
Yeah.
the yeah, because it's like it's had so many bad chapters. So even Dressrosa, even though it was ridiculously long and the Tontadas and stuff, they still had some great fucking moments, like really great. Like most of it was I'm happy with most of it.
Yes.
Man,
Yeah. Sorry, I just somebody called me, so
that's
I
alright.
was.
But yeah, let's continue, man. And yeah, like Milo mentioned, I think Milo mentioned earlier.
I'm
There's
back.
no
I'm
A.
back.
Oh, you're back. Okay, cool, you're back. So yeah, Milo, no friendship power ups for people here, boy. Count me in, man.
Nothing. This ain't no fairy tale. This ain't fairy tale over here.
Like for a minute there, I was thinking, this electricity stop watching. Like I only for a second, I only thought that was
I was like, what did like when she went to attack Katurkari? I was like, nah. I got so excited when he
yeah,
brought the foot down and he did the sea walk on her. Oh,
like that was hey, hey, and then Luffy jumps in, like doing his captain thing.
Nikki, you have to come more to the mic, man.
Oh, okay. Then Luffy jumps in, do this captain thing. It's just like I'm okay. This is the first time I'm like in a while, but I've been like proud of Luffy. I'm like, God damn, it's about damn time he said he's gonna
Yeah,
stay a
yeah,
little bit.
he progressing in his way of being a captain in a captain role, and that's a good thing to see. Like we saw already the progression in like doing his fighting capabilities, for example, with the Gear 4 thing.
Yeah,
It's getting better. Like he can control it more, but now he shows also the capability of being a real captain, where he was before, like being more the stupid guy, if we can say it like that.
yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
and now he just take measures on his own and in doing and stand up for his crew, and that's what he should have done already, like I think a long time ago. But most of the time he got help from Nami or from Zoro or even Sanji and stuff like that. But now he just, I think he already planned out some stuff on his own how to do stuff. And I think Jinbei made him doing this as well. I think Jinbei got a big influence in Luffy this arc, that he saw like, okay, I have to step up my game as well as a captain. So uh, this is the right time to show it.
Yeah, that's true. Like the one thing that makes me like really believe this as well is the minute when the Jinbei brought up having the Alliance of Capone and Luffy didn't hesitate, he was like, okay, let's go for it. He didn't. There's no. He just understood that sometimes you gotta make deals with people you don't like. That was
Yeah, Nikki, you have to really come more to the mic.
damn it, man, my mic. Oh. All right,
Yeah,
I'm back.
finally, Jesus.
All right, I was talking got a deeper voice than ever. All right, so now this is getting to my favorite part of the chapter because I didn't realize what Luffy was doing. You guys caught on to what Luffy was doing.
You say what?
I just said you guys caught on to what Luffy was doing. So basically, I mean, did you guys know what Luffy was trying to do with Katakuri?
My
nah, Nikki, come on. We can't hear you.
Really? Oh. All right, Moras.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
basically, can you hear me guys now? Can you hear me now?
better.
All right. Okay. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, did you guys realize what Luffy was trying to do? Like, caught on to.
Nikki, your mic is really fucked up.
Yo!
All right.
You
Okay.
start talking, and then you just slowly fade away.
It sounds like you're going
All
down
right.
a tunnel.
All right, Moraz, take over for a minute. I'll fix my mic.
Yeah. So, just let's go to the thing what I thought was really funny at the moment when I saw it, like Carrot trying to attack Katakuri. I was like, oh shit, is he gonna do something? Because he was in the rage mode, right, Milo? So I was like,
Yeah.
hit him like, and then you saw it flying away. I was like, okay, no, that was a little bit optimistic for me.
No, but everyone sooner or later gets their time to shine. So she was gonna use electricity to turn on the light bulb. The category was like, no, turn off the lights. I'm not paying for
For
this
real.
electric bill. The electric bill is too high. And he shut it down.
Yeah,
Katakuri was like, your mom, you're wasting all my electricity. And she shut it down before he got started.
yeah.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. And then he was stepping on Carrot like she's a rug. I mean,
Well, I give it to her that she's trying it, Even those,
No, I don't. I don't. That was stupid. That was stupid.
yeah, but in some way, it is the Straw Hats, like, and sometimes I think if we compare with Luffy, he's doing also sometimes some stupid shit. So I understand that Carrot is also trying to do that. Ooh, wow, 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 wow. Oh my lord,
That was loud.
that was really loud. Sorry, people on YouTube.
Is, is Steve here?
No, Steve was not here.
I'm here.
Oh, Steve! Finally, too, that you can come in. About time.
Yeah.
But tell us your overall thinking about the chapter.
That chapter was great. Not perfect, but it was very hype. Getting to see the flashback for Pedro, getting more sort of a reasoning behind his caring for Carrot, and knowing why he views the rising of the next generation in the way that he does. It's because of the words that Roger imparted to him before his
All right,
departing.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. Well, I can hear you.
Yes.
Is it better? Sorry to interrupt, Stephen.
Yeah, it sounds better to me.
All right. Yeah, continue, Stephen. My bad.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, the flashback was cool. Also, seeing that Perospero has his own ship, I thought that was nice. It also gives the inclination that most of the ministers, or all the ministers, will have their own vessels, which makes sense practically. But the Big Mom pirates haven't been very practical, so
Yeah, true.
probably wouldn't have made that assumption.
Yeah,
yeah,
sorry,
but they got their own ships apparently. I think that's nice. I want to see Katurkari's ship. I want to see Smoothie's ship, especially, man. Like, what if she got a big old donk in the back of her ship, bro?
I wish you gonna. I knew you were gonna say that.
Ooh, damn, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, then Luffy and Katakuri, the fight hype. I also don't think a lot of people view it in the way that I do, but I think Katakuri let Luffy pull him into the mirror world due to the
Yeah,
fact
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah. I
he had,
agree
I
he
with
had
that.
already he had already taken an interest in Luffy, which was clear from the point where he said that he'll be a major threat in the future, so we got to stamp him out now. He wanted that 1v1 just as bad as Luffy did.
Yeah, he want Luffy there because he seemed definitely as a threat.
Yeah, and also we know that while he's stated to not be a Logia, we know that his body is very malleable. So if he wanted to, he could have easily just shaped his body in a way to where he could have got himself loose from that from the clutches of the Gear Third, but he didn't. So it's pretty clear to me that he wanted to go into the mirror world with Luffy.
Oh, what? Because I actually thought that was kind of Luffy kind of using his like fighting genius and like kind of being like selfless. But yeah,
No.
that makes a lot of sense though. No, I have to agree. Yeah.
I think that what Steve was saying is correct. Like he
Yeah.
planned it out. Katakuri planned it all out for because he can see in the future and he knew some stuff was going on, and he knew that Luffy would pull him or try to do something to get him off the ship so
Yeah.
could leave like safely.
That's true. But like to play devil's advocate, it's like why wouldn't he at least do something like could damage the ship as well? If you know what I mean? Because it's like say even though he's fairly sure he can beat up Luffy, if there's a small percentage that Luffy escapes, the only thing he can definitely do is make sure the ship's in a bad way
Yeah,
at least.
but he doesn't have any interest in the other guys. He just has the interest in
Yeah, I was just
Luffy.
about to say that.
Luffy
I
is
really don't think he cared about the actual objective. I think he was just there for Luffy.
yeah. He knows that Luffy is the one that's going to be a danger for the crew of the Big Mom crew. So he's going to be like, okay, the only person that I have to take out is Luffy to make sure nothing will go wrong in the future. Because, like a few chapters ago, he already saw, like for example, what Mihawk saw, like dangers.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that's a fair. Yeah. No, I have to admit, I can't disagree with that. It's not like Man, I like the idea that Luffy like clocked on that like he just like the only way I can get Katakuri out of situations like throw him in the mirror because it seemed like he's being very smart about and everything, but now.
Oh yeah, Luffy was being smart, but it's not even about what Luffy wanted. It's about the fact that Katakuri let it happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh man. But the one thing I do hate about this, I feel like this was the only thing that could have redeemed Sanji for me. Like this kind of situation where he just says fuck it. Like he's never gonna beat Katakuri, but people would not be shitting on Sanji if he did what Luffy did right now. Gonna go take it, fucking take it. Sorry, yeah, I'm just ranting about fucking Sanji. Oh yeah, guys. So what do you think's like gonna happen now? Because I didn't even realize that Luffy was like strangling Brule at the same time that he was holding well, what's his face Katakuri.
Well, as far as what's going to happen now, I have a theory about this upcoming fight that I believe that Luffy is going to learn how to use his body, make it more malleable, like Katakuri does. And I also have, well, this is really Hans's theory more so than mine.
So we're gonna see rubber bullets.
Maybe not, but I said I wanted to see Conqueror's Hockey come into play here because I feel like that's a way that Oda could legitimately write Luffy winning this fight. And so I was thinking that Hans came up with the idea that maybe Conqueror's Hockey can actually weaken or limit other forms of hockey. And if you think about it, it makes sense because if hockey is based on willpower and Conqueror's Hockey is about asserting your will over someone else, then it should be able to throw off theirs. And if that was to be the case, then that would be able to throw off Katakuri's observation and armament. And if you take away his most powerful ability, it may leave him in a state where he's on edge enough for Luffy to gain an advantage and win. But that's just, I mean, that's a very out there notion that Oda could go. I would rather that than see in Gear 5.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think that would be pretty cool to see. And what do you think about? I've been hearing people saying about he'll start unlocking his awakening as well.
What?
I'm hearing people because basically the fact that Luffy and Katakuri, even though obviously it's rubber and mochi, they have kind of similar properties, as in they're kind of they can stretch and move around like quite. They can make their body any kind of size they need to. So, do you think this fight's gonna like teach Luffy about awakening and stuff like that?
It might, if he thinks about using his food. We may even see Katakuri's awakening, which would be amazing.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that now. But I'm still pissed, man. This should be like no offense, not to hate on Luffy. It's just like Sanji needed a moment like this, man. Sanji needed a motherfucking moment like this.
But not against Katakuri. Not against Katakuri.
It had to be against Katakuri because it's like that's the only person people be like, yo, alright, fair enough.
I think people would respect Perospero too. I think even with one arm, if he made a candy arm, people would respect Sanji beating Perospero. And with the Blade Jam, that would be the perfect setup.
True. But I don't know. But Perospero is more like Katurkari is like the one where everyone be like, yo, okay, we got to put respect on Santi's name. Because Perospero is like, even though I think he's fairly strong, like really strong, probably, I think he's on the same level as Cracker, to be honest. But it's like, you just want to see Sanji go against someone who's so much stronger than him, but not back down. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying Perospero is not like Perospero is obviously stronger than Sanji. But I'm just saying Katurkari is just like another level. It's just like, yo, okay.
Alright, but if you think about it, like, even bounty-wise, and I'm not saying bounty equals strength, but right now Sanji's bounty isn't even 200. So if he took down a 700 bounty pirate, his bounty, like, oh my god, it would be insane. Like, and if Sanji took down Katurkari, then people would have to say he's stronger than Luffy. They would have to say that.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's no. The point is, yeah, I get what you're saying. But it's like that Sanji will never beat Katurkari. Like the same way I feel like Luffy shouldn't beat Katurkari right now. So it shouldn't be possible. But you never know.
I think he has to.
Oh, you really?
I think
Huh?
Kaido is coming up in Wano. So like,
But I feel like it's too much to say within a couple of like, okay, I don't even know how many days this whole thing's gone by. Like maybe like 5 days or something, or even less.
you mean whole cake?
Yeah.
It's
Like,
been around 3 days.
yeah, about 3-4 days. I feel like first Luffy struggling with Cracker, and then somehow be able to beat Katurkari. That kind of development is insane. Within like a day, that's nuts. It's ridiculous. And Luffy is a fighting genius, but it's like come on.
But that happens all the time in One Piece. The whole Dress Rosa was like a day and a half. Luffy faced Bill Flamingo like twice.
Yeah, but he never went all out the first time. He only went all out the second time.
But Luffy always does this nonsense. Like, look at when he fought Crocodile. Like,
True.
Okay, yeah, Crocodile. That's a funny one, but I feel like Crocodile was just like Crocodile got lazy. You know what I mean?
Okay, Water 7. When he got washed. When he got washed by the door guy, and then in less than a day, he learned a new technique, and he was able to take out Lucci.
What you mean, Bruno?
Yes.
But okay, that one I know it sounds messed up, but I can actually justify that one in my like that one.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
No, I can't. I put it this way, right? Okay, it's like the CP9 at that time. I don't think they were that much stronger than like Luffy. It's just like they weren't focused. No, as in, okay, I'll put it this way, right? Like when they realized, like, even Nami says it in War 7. Until they realize what they're fighting for, they can't really be focused on what they need to do and how they're supposed to fight and stuff. So when they're seeing Robin just be like, "Fuck you guys, I'm leaving," and I'm trying to kill fucking Iceman over here, and everyone's like, "What?" Like they were so confused and stuff. But once they realized that Robin's sacrificing themselves, like herself, for the whole crew, they were focused. They're like, "Okay, we know what we need to do now." Like. That's why I can justify that. That's why I can kind of justify that and be like, okay, they now they're focused. They know who they need to fight and stuff. And it does make sense to me that Luffy would pick up techniques like that because his grandfather is God. So it's like I just assume he's got like fighting. But the only thing I can't justify is within a day going to struggling against Cracker. And he should have died anyway if it wasn't for Nami. and then somehow beating Katurkari like a day later. Nah, this Katurkari is on another level than Cracker. It's like,
Yeah, well,
that's what I'm saying, man. And anyway, man, and I was kind of annoyed as well that Jinbei, like, the two things that should have happened was Jinbei should have sacrificed himself against Katurkari, man. No, but that was the perfect time, man.
no,
Stop it.
no. You
Jinbei is not dying.
exactly.
You see,
Jinbei
Nikki, again, you already got somebody got killed, and you already said you don't think he's dead, but you want more people to die? You're ungrateful, Nikki. That's your problem.
Okay, let's be realistic here. Pedro, he was done for already. The guy lost like what, 50 years? He was 77, right? It was 50 years, and like he was done for. It's like this guy. He was like, there's no way he's gonna be able to get all the way to the end of the arc because I don't think they're gonna get what they're gonna at least. It's gonna at least probably be, in my opinion, at least one more time skip of some sort, or they have to do at least. Because right now, they may beat Kaido the next arc with help of all other people, but they're still not ready to just like rule the sea and like control it kind of thing. So, but yeah, I'm just saying, look, to me, Jinbei will die because I still don't see there's any way. Like for example, Luffy, they might plot hacks his way out of that situation with Katurkari, which I hope they don't do. I hope they justify it when like someone jumps in, it's like maybe Sanji appears, it's a 2-on-2 or something, or 2-on-1, I mean. But all I'm saying is, I still think, man, Jinbei it's been foreshadowed too hard. Reiju as well, like those two people are definitely gonna die.
Yeah,
Oh my
but
God.
they can die, but not this arc. That's the only thing I can say. Like this arc is not gonna be Jinbei's arc to die. I think if it's gonna happen, it's gonna be, for example, on Fishman Island, that he die for the cause of Fishman Island, or it's gonna be something else. But this arc, he's not gonna die.
Now I feel like it's more likely King Neptune will die for Fishman Island because it's like he's just like he's old and finished. No offense to King Neptune, but yeah.
No, but Nikki,
I'm being serious.
Yeah, but
because the guy.
No, but the thing is, Nikki, is you have to think about Oda is like doing this whole story about the dreams of people, the dreams of Luffy being Pirate King, Sanji of the all blue, Nami of being like making a world map. What is it?
Usopp of being a brave soldier.
Yeah, for example, like all those, it all has to do with the dreams, and the dream of Jinbei is just to make like the fishermen being free and doing their own stuff.
Yeah, but I feel like that passed on. Like, for example, I still think like there's other people who have that dream as well. Like King Neptune, just because of his wife. I forgot her name. Otter, I can't pronounce it, but yeah.
Yeah, I
know
know.
There's the queen of the fishermen before she got killed by fucking that scumbag. But, yeah, like I feel like dreams get passed on, like similar how like Ace died, but then his will gets now passed on to Sabo because of the devil. Like it just the wills just pass on like that kind of thing. So you don't necessarily have to make it. It just like you need to have someone close to you who's willing to fulfill your dream, like who believes in what you believe in, kind of thing.
Yeah, but I'll say this is that who do you actually think we're going to get two dead characters in one arc in One Piece?
It has to start happening though. It's the new arc. Like if I don't see people start dying left and right, sometimes it's been like, come on now. It's like it's not as dangerous as I feel.
Yeah, but it's like the only time that's happened has been something really pivotal, and that was Marine for it with Whitebeard and Ace.
Yeah.
This is not, the stakes are not that high in this arc for that to happen.
Madara, Nikki wanted like 6 dead characters in this arc.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He was like Jinbei, Puddin, Reiju, Judge,
Okay.
Sanji.
It's not happening. It's like
Look. Okay, you're gassing me up a bit about that. You spiced that a bit, man. Spiced it a bit, man. Look, my opinion is this. I don't like Pudding, so I want her to die, but I know she won't die. But the people I do think are gonna die is Reiju and Jinbei. I just don't see them making it out of this arc.
Yeah, no, but
He also said Pedro and Judge.
that would be so against Oda's way of
that's
writing.
against Oda's writing. That's against how he writes. Like you have to take into context how he writes his story.
Come on,
And we're
even
not
even
going to get that many character deaths in one arc. We're just
yeah,
not.
exactly. Even not Pell is dead. So
Fodder character survived a nuclear missile. I mean, a nuclear bomb. Come on.
But
That's
I'm just saying because at some point you can't keep having the same like when you say the stakes like the minute you get into a new world and say oh the stakes get higher, some people gonna start dying like oh just go switch it up. So that's why I feel like
yeah, but
for example this whole arc like even you made the point Morass, he's doing different stuff because this arc is not like any other arc you've done before. Let's be honest here.
yeah, but now you're using my words
Yeah,
against
exactly.
myself. Oh my lord!
That's how we do.
No.
okay, but you need to wait for Wano for character deaths. That's when I think we're going to get character deaths. Is in Wano. That's
Yeah.
I feel like mad people gonna drop dead in Wano.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's a war. It's going to be a war.
Kaido gonna look at people to death. Like Kaido gonna look at you and you gonna drop dead.
Yeah,
I'm just making a point. It's like they need to like okay, they've realized how tough it is to take down a Yonko, right? Obviously, because they know they can't take down Big Mom. That's obvious from the beginning of this arc. But the fact is, there has to be consequences for everything that's happened. Like if they just get away, and I know Pedro just he's okay. Most more than likely he is dead. But at the same time, I'm just thinking like, is that it? A guy who's already gonna die anyway dies? Is that what we get? Like
yeah, but that makes the most sense. Like, why kill off someone who's been a champion of Luffy since Impel Down, who actually gets through to Luffy? Why throw that away in the arc that he declares his loyalty to the Straw Hats?
Character building, man. Sometimes
no. See, this is one of the things that situations for character building. And when you look at One Piece, that's not how Oda goes about it. That's never been how he goes about it. When he does character building stuff, it's usually for something that overall advances the plot. Jinbei dying right here and right now is not going to advance the plot.
It'll stall the plot. It'll stall a lot of plot.
It's not going to advance the plot. It's not going.
It will because first of all,
Luffy's going to get even more pissed off. That's going to be it. He's already He's already pissed that Pedro got blew up.
No, think about this, Mandaron. Think about the big picture. If Jinbei dies, right, Fishman Island is in a more precarious position than it is right now. Like, because now Jinbei's like the one guy everyone knows from like Fishman Island. Oh, don't kind of like he's a thug. Don't fuck with Jinbei. Like that's the guy, the 7 Knights of the Ocean guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? So once Jinbei's gone, everyone's a bit like, oh, and Big Mom's already pissed with Fishman Island, right?
Yeah.
And they want to join up. They want to join up with Luffy. So to me, it might because we all know Luffy's definitely coming back to Fishman Island because of that whole what was the shark lady's name when she had that
Madam Shirley.
Madam Shirley, yeah. We all know Luffy's coming back to Fishman Island, and that kind of justifies the reason there because now Jinbei's gone, and Luffy's kind of said he already mentioned that he wants to make Fishman Island his territory. Well, that will kind of leads more strongly into that kind of that storyline, in my opinion. That's just how I see it.
Yeah, but
you know what advances the plot more, especially in the year of so-called Sanji, if Sanji was to see some members of his family die. If Sanji saw his father that he hated die in front of him, he would be conflicted, and it would be amazing character development for Sanji.
Yeah, but I think
he would be able to get over his past and like.
Yeah.
But
I think that would play out better is if Judge jumped in the way to take a blow for Sanji.
Yes.
That would work.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. You have to. The plot has to develop more for a death like Jinbei's to have more impact. Like him dying right now is not really going to have a lot of impact. It would make more sense if he died, like say back on Fishman Island. Like, you know, they're fighting whoever, they're fighting Kaido, they're fighting Big Mom or whoever shows up there, and then he jumps in the way of Luffy to take a blow, and then something like that happens. But him dying right now, to me, doesn't serve to advance the plot at all.
I think we gotta agree and disagree on that one. So I just see like if he dies in this arc, right, which I do believe is gonna happen, it will first of all it will justify them getting away. Like I still don't see how they're gonna get away without someone having to sacrifice. I know Pedro just did it, but they still got a way to go. They've only gone like 1 kilometer now. They're still in Fishman, like sorry, not Fishman, Whole Cake Island territory of Big Mom. So someone who has the ability, to me, that can control the oceans, right, and use water abilities that can like at least like the disabled devil fruit users for at least a few minutes or so, will be the only person capable of giving the Straw Hats enough time to actually fully escape Big Mom's territory. Because I don't know, like we still haven't even figured out who the guy was under the sea. Like everyone's thinking it's Aladdin, but we're not sure. That guy, like a few chapters back, that someone saw under the ocean. Yeah. So it's like this. I don't see any justification how they're gonna get off the island without someone like Jinbei, who is a fishman, who can use like his water abilities to stop them being chased. That's the only person I can see. That's why I think it's gonna happen, and I think it'll be great development because it's like Luffy needs to not think things can. Oh, I know he's already had that development of Ace. He needs to think sometimes it's like he puts himself in some precarious situations, and he needs to think about it a lot harder about like how his friends are having to keep sacrificing themselves for him. Like, you know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. And Reiju, like, let me ask you guys this question. Do you remember when Reiju, the whole Vince Smokes was stuck on that table, right? You guys remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So like that moment when Perospero had a gun to Reiju's head, how epic would it have been? I'm just saying, if he actually shot and killed Reiju right then.
I guess it would have been kind of cool. I would have been disappointed because we didn't get to see anything from her.
Bad point, but yeah, that's true. Bad point, but it would have been such great development for Sanji, man. It would have been like Sanji would have, Sanji would have gone ham, like he would have gone in at that moment.
Or he probably would have fell out and started crying.
Oh no! Don't join the Sanji boy.
No, it's not even Sanji hate. It's just looking at it logically. Everything that he went through at that point, he finally gets to a point where he can save someone, and they die right in front of him while he's being pinned to the ground.
Yeah, but he got out though.
You don't think he's gonna fall out and cry at that moment?
No, I think he'll get like angry tears. I'm not saying he wouldn't cry. I just think he'd get angry tears and just go crazy. Like that Fuki would get fucked up. No offense, I know it's your boy. That's what I'm saying, man. Well, anyway, guys.
I'm back.
I just don't think Sanji could take another L at that point, bro.
No, I think
Sanji can't take any more L's for his character. Like, no.
Yeah, he shouldn't be able to now. Like, I'm losing faith in Odo when it comes to Sanji, man. He's making a guy bake a cake while Luffy's fighting Katurkari. That's just
no. I definitely think what Sawyer said is going to end up happening because Daifuku was in the mirror world and he and Sanji have already clashed. I definitely do see him trying to get at Carrot and at Chiffon, and I think Sanji will be the one to end up fighting Daifuku. Hopefully.
I don't see anybody fighting Sanji at this point.
No, Sanji.
It's in everybody's best interest for Sanji to make that cake.
I mean,
ain't nobody that petty, bro.
You know that I thought about that. Maybe the possibility is that actually Pudding and Sanji gonna fight in some way.
Sanji need to fight Daifuku and Oven together for me,
Yeah,
yo.
I'm saying
Like,
Sanji doesn't have to actually hands-on make the cake. He can suggest the ingredients.
he should be yelling out
Make
the
this shit.
ingredients
Yeah, he can
while
suggest the
fighting.
ingredients while
Like,
fighting.
while fighting. That would
That's
be
true.
amazing.
Because if
But
they
it's
get
still-
attacked, I doubt this is Oda. It's not going to go smooth. When do plans ever go smooth in One Piece?
Or even better, he's mixing
but
the cake
plans-
batter while he's kicking people.
Plans mess up
Right.
because there's some sort of resistance. I'm saying there should be no resistance because everybody's best interest is for that cake to be made.
Yeah, but if it's in the best interest for the cake to be made, and I'm in agreement that it is, if Perospero told Big Mom, hey, the Straw Hats have the cake, trying to stop them from leaving. When he himself says, when he sees the Straw Hats, oh, this would be bad if Big Mom finds out I don't have the cake. And he's right there.
That's
I
true,
guess
but
I guess
I
that's
think
true.
the fact.
Well, no, because at that point he didn't know. He didn't know that Sanji was gonna make the cake. But now that Sanji's actually with Pudding and Chiffon, and he's making the cake, I think if they see that, I don't think they're gonna try to fool with Sanji, because all he gonna do is help them.
Yeah, I mean, that's Perospero who lied. Daifuku didn't lie about anything, so he doesn't have anything to worry about Big Mom about.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that if the cake does not get made, if Big Mom don't get the cake, she's going to destroy everything and everyone. And they care about their territory, they care about their people, they care about their siblings, and they most definitely care about their mother, from what we can see.
Do they really care?
No,
Do they really
Of course
care?
they care.
Or they do not want
Why would they be going through all this trouble?
Because they
to
want
not
to live.
get killed?
Exactly, they care. Like I just said.
No. You said they care about other things.
They care about their brother and sister.
Well, within all that, I also said they care about each other.
No, they don't. They just don't want to get killed.
I think that they do. They were devastated when Big Mom killed Moscato, bro.
Okay.
Devastated.
They were devastated. They said,
Yeah,
"Mama,
did-
what are you doing?"
Yeah, did you see the
Moscato,
panels when
no.
they were? Didn't you see the panels when they were in the control room? They saw no Moscato.
They were devastated,
Yeah,
bro.
Well, I would see my interpretation devastated as like Luffy when Bon Clay was left behind or whatever. That's devastated.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
how would you define their reaction to Moscato dying?
Sad,
Yeah, it was just like, oh.
but not like they were like, "What? Let's go get this bitch." Fuck that.
Well, of course, they're not going to say that about their mother.
Well, I would. No.
And actually, yeah. And there's one thing Sawyer did point out in his review, which was actually I thought was quite cool. I did that. Oda did might foreshadow the Sanji getting at least a moment of glory, man. Roger saying everyone gets their time to shine, and he needs it. I'm starting to hate Sanji. That's what's so sad about this. So yeah. Anyway, Chadi, what do you guys think about Chadi Madara? What do you guys think about the chapter?
Oh, I mean, I thought the chapter was excellent. It's been what I've personally been waiting for a while. Character development from Luffy, stepping up as a captain. This reminds me of what Garp told Dodon after Ace died about Roger, that he would that he would make his crew get out of there, and he would stand back against impossible odds and fight. And we as fans, we think it's impossible for him to beat Katakuri. Like, it doesn't seem believable, but I wouldn't be surprised if Luffy pulls it off. I wouldn't.
Why you, Chadi?
I thought it was great. Finally, shit's moving along. I love the ending. How he kind of can't not give us a fight. Like, he has to draw a fight to some degree.
Yeah,
that's good. It seems like it's actually going to be like a good fight. That seems like what everybody really wanted. I liked how Perospero was still alive, because I would have been kind of pissed if he just died that easy.
Yeah, true.
Me too.
I would have been like, what? Is that simple? I hope Pedro is actually dead. The whole chapter was actually exciting, so there's really no negative thing I can say, except for the way it was put together. It was kind of poorly put together. It's kind of hard to follow. You had to like reread it a couple times to make sure you understood what was actually happening. Other than that, I'd say it was pretty solid. And there's no fucking goddamn break. So.
Yeah, that's true. Thank God for that. That is true.
Like, all that mixed together makes it pretty damn good. I mean, I gotta admit, pretty close to 9 out of 10.
Oh my God, I'm so happy now. Chatty's like, this is the first time it's like in a while that he's been like. I'm just like the way he ended the chapter. I can give it that score because he has to draw them fighting this chapter that's coming up. Like he has to. I mean, or he could be a dick and pull the old, let's go see what Sanji's doing. So if he does that, then I'll be pissed. Yeah, I have to agree. Like this was a great chapter. Like the thing that, especially that just the icing on the cake, was that when Luffy smashed the mirror, I was like, oh shit, he means business. Like, he's like, no one gets that. All right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he's basically forced himself into a corner to where he has to draw him fighting, or it won't make sense.
Yeah. I mean, he has, because even Luffy said, "Here we can fight all we want," and it's kind of like, you know, he's backed himself into a corner. He's in the mirror world. There's 10,000 plus fodder there. You know, it's like. Yeah,
but then I saw that I like to see Brule knocked out from the Conquerors, so I'm pretty sure all this fodder doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So, any predictions for next chapter, guys? Like, what do you guys think?
I got a bad feeling it's gonna be Sanji baking the cake.
I mean, I don't think we're gonna get back to the fight until like the last 2 to 3 pages.
First of all, this fight is gonna be off screen, guys.
Most of it, yes. Most of it.
I should have said that's a big possibility. I'm not gonna lie. There's a really big possibility that happening.
Yeah.
But I feel like, don't you think, like, I'm trying to think, at least every arc, there's been one full fight that's been, like, paneled?
No, in Zoe, there was not a full fight.
Okay, but I mean, I can figure out.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, I don't know, yeah.
You got mad echo, bro.
Yeah, I can't hear what you're saying, man. But yeah, no, I feel like, okay, I'm not counting Zoe because it was so short, but I mean, like, every arc that was a certain amount of chapters usually shows at least one fight, like, all the way through.
Usually, but Zoe didn't have a full fight all the way through.
Yeah, but I say but that was a small arc, though. It was like barely anything.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping he shows it. Because, yeah, Older does do fucking off screen. Like
I hope he does too, man. I hope he does too, but he did it with Cracker.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, so that's why.
There's a big possibility of it, to be honest.
Yeah, and Chetty, that's why I said to Nicky already, like, it won't be surprising me if Oda would do the same thing with Katurkari. If they're gonna fight, that we're gonna see like.
You may have to wait for the anime for it, to be honest.
The beginning of the fight, and then we're gonna see, for example, they skipped over to Sanji or baking the cake stuff, or we're gonna see something about the fin smokes or what else, or Capone stuff, and then we're coming back and then we see like their fighting is like more away.
Basically, yeah, I got a feeling it's gonna be the old show them probably start fighting like they did Luffy and Cracker, like it's gonna be a little bit of context, whatnot, this and that. Cut back to Sanji doing something, or maybe what the boat's doing at the moment. Then it's gonna cut back, say some hours have passed or something like that. I can't really. That 11 hours later thing was so bad. I can't put anything past him now. I don't know what he's gonna do.
That's true. That's why I still think Pedro's alive, personally.
Dude, if you don't see a goddamn tombstone, unless it's like a, like it's an obvious, like, hey, Chopper's pops kind of thing.
Yeah.
I guess it is kind of like that, but he didn't drink the bomb.
Yeah, true. That's what I mean.
I just don't see how he could be alive.
Hey, I don't know either, man. I don't know how Luffy could be alive after Usopp blew him up, but
I mean,
What you talk about when Usopp and Luffy had that fight?
well, yeah, the fucking the explosion was made fucking tsunami. Basically, the fucking ocean went crazy. The boat went everywhere. It was ridiculous. It was a huge explosion.
we can all agree that Perospero is stronger than Pedro, right? And he used candy armor to dampen the explosion. If Perospero was so mangled by the explosion, I think Pedro should be.
I said the same thing, but you never know, man.
I mean, if Pedro is still alive, I expect him to have at least a missing leg and arm for the explosion. At least limbs should be gone. If he's alive, limbs should be gone.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's true. Man. But yeah, so is that everyone's predictions? Like, is there any other predictions besides like the fight, things, smokes?
I mean,
I hate the
anything
fact
else?
that we still got to speculate whether or not Pedro's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I said I hate the fact that we still have to speculate whether or not he's dead.
I hate that
I mean,
too.
It's Oda, Steve-O. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I have to interrupt, but I have to go, so we talk later.
All right, Mariah.
Yeah, Mariah.
See you later.
All right, bro.
I hate that too, Steve-O, but it's just the way the ball bounces.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ever since Pell, man. Ever since Pell, you never know, man.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely think Luffy finds a way to hurt Katurkari at least by the next 2 chapters.
You guys think Bobbin really is just gone and they're never gonna bring him up again?
He's gonna. No, he's. If anyone dies from a gunshot in One Piece, I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
No one dies from gunshots in One Piece. Law got shot up a bunch of times by like.
Well, Corazon died from gunshots, right?
Whitebeard kind of did.
That was a flashback. That was a flashback.
Oh,
it's not present.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's hardly anybody that died in the actual storyline anyway. So.
Well, if you're not including flashbacks, then
so if you want to talk about gunshots specifically, then you're gonna have to scam through fodder to find somebody that died from gunshots.
I mean, even the fodder on Punk Hazard with Shino Kuni didn't even die, and that was supposed to be a weapon of mass destruction.
That's true. That is true. Yeah. And actually, what do you guys think about? Do you think? Yeah. So the missing characters we have right now is what? Bobbins, CEASER's apparently left. I don't think we'll see Capone again. What do you guys think about whoever characters are we missing?
The Vin Smokes.
We're missing the Vin Smokes in total. Yeah. The Vin Smokes are out. They're gonna come back. As you said, we're missing Caesar Clown, which more than likely he's going to end up having to go to Wano because he's going to be the one to have to neutralize his weapons that he made that Kaido would employ. He's going to be the one to have to neutralize them.
It would be funny if while they're floating,
didn't Chopper learn how to do that?
He taught Chopper how to heal the after effects, but he's the one who could directly neutralize a gas bomb if it goes off. Chopper would have to treat everyone if they get infected by it.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
I think Sanji is gonna recapture CEASER on the way to baking the cake. He's gonna be floating, and Sanji, I'm putting on flyby. Sanji gonna kick him and capture him.
But that's pretty funny actually. That could actually happen. That's what's pretty funny. But it's just like, because I know I don't know if everyone likes the idea, but I really want CEASER to join the crew. Like Carrot's obviously a shoo-in already now, but
dude, she sold so much merchandise. There's no way she's not gonna be a part
no, I think CEASER is going to become an alliance member and an unwilling alliance member. He's not going to become a Straw Hat. Stop it.
I actually think CEASER would be better on Law's crew.
I would like him better than Carrot, period. But I think Carrot's it. She sold like almost as many toys as Chopper did.
I don't like
And
Caesar as a
Nami.
crew member.
Probably.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that.
And,
Well, I didn't
you
even
know,
know it was that popular.
The only reason I don't like him as a crew member is because the Straw Hats don't like him as a crew member.
No, but it's like they're all kind of okay.
You don't like the straws, don't like them?
Caesar.
Although I think it would be funny to have a crew member that everybody shits on.
Yeah,
Yay,
exactly.
Caesar. You ain't shit. Like,
That wouldn't be funny.
No, you can't deny he fits the dynamic fairly well because he jokes with them even though they all hate him.
No, they're kind of pieces of shit to him, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
They went far and above their amount of bullshit they should have done to him to pay him back for what he did to them.
Did they really, Chatty?
Yeah, fuck yeah. He didn't really do anything to them. They were putting shit he did to some kids.
Chatty, he poisoned a bunch of kids.
Yeah, they were not them. What the fuck?
Well, he almost killed them twice, though. So.
Chatty, he's a monster.
No, he actually killed kids in the past. Like he's a douchebag.
Nah, he didn't kill them.
Chatty,
yes, he did. It's confirmed.
No. Show me.
Yes, in Monet's flashback, they were killing kids. Remember, the experiments failed. Remember, those were the first kids that the experiments were working on. Those were the first ones.
I think that's two-piece.
No, that's not my headcanon. That's story fact. I don't do headcanon, bro.
When did he kill a baby?
Chatty,
those kids were like 5 years old.
Madara, don't fall for Chatty. He's trying to drop you. Chatty knows Caesar. He knows Caesar is a piece of crap.
He's not anywhere near as bad as
what?
Dude, the nigga was working for Joker. We know how bad Joker is.
Way worse.
What about Robin? Robin used to assassinate people, man.
Robin's a bitch.
Yeah, but they weren't kids.
Dude, Robin is a bitch.
Assassinate leaders of like.
Bartolomeo pisses on people.
I mean that's like saying, Capone assassinated mob members. He's bad. He assassinated mob members.
They're people too.
Shut up, Chatty.
They are. Who else is worse?
Chatty, I'll give you a clue.
Foxy is worse. He does things to people against their will.
Chatty, come on. Come on, Chatty.
That's a lifetime of pain.
Yeah, I agree. Foxy's worse.
Foxy pirates.
You kill someone, you give them some pain, they're done. But you molest them, that's painful.
Foxy is a molester? When did that happen?
What is he? What do you mean? Well, he's like, of course he wants to. He stops you from moving and touches all over you.
What about Frank?
Actually, you know what? I can barely hear you guys. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna bounce out and come back when I get some headphones.
All right. I'm telling you, man, he's got to touch you to hit you, right?
Hold on, wait. So let's get this straight. We have someone that is confirmed for stealing children from home, doing experiments on them.
He didn't steal the children. He was given the children. At least he fed them.
No, he stole them, Chatty.
He fed them. He gave them clothes. Gave them water.
Okay, more than likely, Chatty, the Marines were continuing doing.
Weren't they wearing like pajamas?
I'm saying, like, their families were tricked.
Cold on that island, right? Someone was turning the heat on.
Remember, their families were tricked into giving the kids to the world government.
Oh, the government got him. It wasn't even Caesar. Caesar's just a pawn.
No, it was Caesar. It was Joker's operation. Joker hired Caesar to do it.
Wait, no, that's not. I don't think that's correct. Wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Remember when it does the flashback of the kids, they were told that the kids were sick. Remember, Monet was in there saying that they were sick, and that they sent those kids off to Caesar to cure them, and then Caesar was giving them the candy.
I thought it was because the children went missing, and then Virgo like lied on the papers or something like that.
Yes,
Like,
yes. That's because
riddle.
some of the kids were kidnapped.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. You're right. You are right. That is true.
Yeah, Virgo just falsified the reports and stuff about the
Chatty,
kids. And that.
he's a monster.
Dude, he's not anywhere near as bad as other people.
And he betrayed his own crew, his own workers.
I
Dude,
mean,
Sugar is a monster. Sugar's way worse. She destroyed the lives of so many people.
yeah, Sugar is way worse. I don't agree with that.
She destroyed the lives of so many people and enslaved them in secret.
Okay, so
And
Sugar is worse. But
Sugar's way fucking worse. Like, way worse.
But Caesar is still a horrible person.
And they fucked around with Caesar and squeezed. You know how many hours of his life they took away when they squeezed his heart? They didn't do anything to fucking bitch ass little Sugar. They didn't do shit.
They didn't have to.
She's an impel down.
They should have took turns beating her in the face in the back.
She's an impel down, Chatty.
What?
She's a monster.
They were trying to get Caesar to make up for his wrongs, and he refused.
Caesar.
That's why they were squeezing his heart.
Made up for his wrongs.
They were just doing it to torture him.
He made up for the wrongs when he made those little floaty things for those guys that didn't have legs.
What? Were you the one that took their legs away from them?
He did not. Law did.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. So you're telling me that Caesar redeemed himself by making floaty leg thingies for people.
He gave. Did you see how happy or how much Brownbeard was crying when he talked about how he was able to walk again?
Hold on. So if I kidnap 20 children and I keep them in my basement today, and I find three homeless people,
you don't rape them.
What?
I drug them every day.
And I drug them. You give them some drugs, but you give them toys and games to play while they're all fucking high.
Give them some drugs?
So you're letting them get high and then you're giving them games to play. All right, I get it. Go on. That doesn't seem too bad.
All right, this conversation's getting going crazy right now.
You just can't prove your point.
No, because Chatty's trolling. That's why the conversation isn't going anywhere.
No. I'm tired of people saying Caesar's bad. He's not bad.
Anyway, continue on. New topic. Next topic, please.
He's a terrible human being. Every time they tried to get him to make up for his wrongs, he refused to do it. That's why they kept squeezing his heart, Chatty. They weren't just torturing him.
He helped all of them. This time he was down to help them fight Big Mom. He saved them.
He was not down. They had his heart as leverage. As soon as they gave him his heart,
Capone had his heart, not Luffy.
Okay. Yeah. They didn't have his heart because Sanji gave him up.
Yeah, Sanji's a piece of shit.
Leave Sanji out of this.
Sanji's L.
Well, we all know Sanji's a piece of shit. He didn't kick Luffy in the face.
If Sanji never gave up custody of Caesar, he never gave up his heart.
In the face.
He was trying to get him to leave. I know it was.
Okay.
Didn't even kick him in the face, and you guys are telling me that Caesar's worse than the guy that knocked his tooth out. Okay.
Hold on, wait. Yes. You mean Caesar, the guy that poisoned Luffy and tried to set him on fire?
Those kids are fine. Vegapunk fixed them already, I'm sure.
Luffy grew his tooth back. He's fine. Forget Sanji. Luffy got some milk.
Hey, he may have grew his tooth back, but that didn't fix the emotional scar.
Yeah, he's fine. He got some milk.
Milk doesn't fix emotions.
All I can say is this is a weird argument. We should change topic, but I have to admit the Foxy is a molester argument is kind of bad.
Oh my god!
I can't even. When you think about it, it's possible. It's kind of fucked up. Oh shit! All right. Is there anyone else? There's anything? Any other topics people like really want to talk about now?
Right now, Foxy.
No, it's been good, man. Just hearing different opinions on the topic.
Yeah.
Borrow.
But yeah, we'll end the stream here. Babies are crying and shit. People talking about boxing. Babies being taken and shit. Yeah, that's end the stream now. So yeah, thanks for coming through, guys. You guys want to like just sub your channels, anything to shout about? Our guest today, Milo, Madara, Chatty.
I don't have a channel, but I cook food.
Yeah, I don't have a channel yet. I mean, I have this channel. I'm gonna be trying to start something soon, but I don't have any videos up yet. But I might in the next few weeks.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I'm super. Thanks for asking.
So yeah, no one else got anything to plug? Then all right.
Plug Stevo Game Boy, the Stevo Game Boy channel. My channel, Stevo Game Boy.
All right, cool. Man. And last thing I'll say is, as you know, Jim Bay and Ray Drew are dying. Let's.
Oh my God.
And
hey,
when that both those things happen, I want everybody in the stream to be doubting me. Everybody in that stream. That's like almost the whole One Piece community, man. So everyone will be in that stream. We'll get them.
They're not gonna die.
It's gonna happen, man. I'm telling you, Jim is foreshadowed.
Arlong is way fucking worse than Caesar.
Oh my God.
That's great.
Arlong is way worse. Can't argue that.
All
right. Yeah. Okay. Steve, are you ready? Let's head out. Right?
You say Doflamingo worse than Caesar?
Yeah.
Doflamingo. Remember when he did that poor king?
Nah. Doflamingo definitely worse than Caesar, man. Not even.
How is he worse than Caesar?
Dude, he fucking manipulated the whole country.
He kill his own people against his will. You're crazy, Steven.
Caesar kidnapped children and experimented on them.
Doflamingo's worse.
Caesar saved those children's lives.
Doflamingo's the person who let it happen. He made that happen. And he took over a country and manipulated them.
And Caesar's the only reason those kids are still alive.
True.
Boom.
They'd be dead without him. That's why they went and ran to him and hugged him.
Caesar for Strawhat.
Caesar for Strawhat. He's a good guy.
Caesar for Strawhat. Yes. That's right. That's why I'm going to rename this thing. But yeah, Steve-O. All right, everybody. We're going to...
Bullshit, Steve-O.
All right, we're going to head out now, guys. All right, Steve-O, you ready?
Outer Haven.
Dispose! He's a good guy.
Caesar for Strawhat.
Caesar.